Fa'ala, safa means to clean. If ta'ala means to select. Okay? And if I write down these together, this will become istafa. Istafa.
Where is that from?
I just put alif here, and a ta there, right? So it becomes istafa.
But you will write ta instead of fa.
So in this part, in this group of bab, ta, te and ta both have the same sound. Ta and ta. Okay? So in this speech, this sound changes to ta sound.
Okay. But the meaning is that.
The meaning is the same. Okay? The rule is that you have to put a ta. Okay? But ta and ta have very similar sound. So when you make a bigger word, the ta and ta get exchanged to each other. Okay? So this will change to ta.
So
Istafa, we know this word. What is Mustafa? Mustafa means selected one, chosen one. Prophet ﷺ name is Mustafa.
changes all the time, or just
In this case, it did not change. You know, need notice that ta remains ta here. It did not change to ta.
right?
But in this word, it changed. So that's how they spoke the language.
Okay.
So istafa. Istafa means to choose or to select. Okay. Mustafa is a person who is chosen or selected person, and that's the title of Prophet ﷺ.
Why you have
So here there is not a
astafa,
ta and ta both,
and you have
right?
istafa.
Huh?
You have astafa, and you
No,
have...
no, hold on. This is istafa, right?
Yeah.
So this ta will become ta. So now the word will become istafa.
Yeah, so you put the ta and ta both up.
No.
In
Fa.
up, look at that up one. After swad you have the ta and then your ta.
Oh, here. No. So that's a mistake.
So only the
Yeah. I should not have put that. You're right. Only one. So originally it was ta, and now it became tha.
But only in this case.
There are other cases also.
Okay.
Okay. For example, we also know the word mujtaba. Okay. Mujtaba, also the title of Prophet ﷺ. Okay. That also means elected or chosen. Okay. There it is still written with ta. Mujtaba. So the word Mustafa is written like that. Right?
Yes.
Mustafa. Right?
Right.
But Mujtaba is not written that way. It is still written with ta. Mujtaba. Mujtaba is written this way.
But the meaning is
So I'm saying that in this case, ta changed to tha.
okay.
In this case, it did not change.
Well, why?
So there is, so the general rule may be that this swad is the one who affected that.
Okay.
In this case, noon is there, noon did not affect. So these are very fine details of the babs, grammars of the babs.
The swad word is a full mouth word, and ta is a wide word. So the two of them cannot combine very easily. So to keep the mouth full, they keep it with the ta.
See, if you know the tajweed, the pronunciation, you will notice how swad is pronounced, how sin is pronounced, how tha is pronounced, how ta is pronounced, right? So as he pointed out, because there is swad and ta, both come out of the open full mouth.
That's
Okay.
why. Oh.
So tajweed makes it change like
Okay.
that.
Now that makes sense.
So
it's easier.
yeah, but noon is a totally different area of mouth pronunciation,
And,
and here is jim is also very separate. So there they don't change.
okay.
Okay. So istafa means he selected. Istafa means, so this is actually kasra here. Your question was, if you are pronouncing separately, this word is istafa, not astafa, because we see from here. But when you combine with
Right.
these two words together, then it will become inna Allah hastafa. Then this alif become hamzatul wasl. Its sound goes away. But originally it had a kasra here, and this thing hamza. Okay. So inna Allah hastafa. Surely Allah has chosen. Okay. Allah chose or has chosen or has selected. Okay. So Ibrahim alayhi salam is saying to his sons that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has selected, okay, lakumuddina. Okay. So lam with a fatha means for, and kum means you. So Allah has chosen for you. Okay. Then he uses the word. First word is dinun. Dinun means way of life. Dinun also means religion or way of life. Okay. So Allah has chosen. Okay. And then if you put al before that, this will become the way of life. Okay. So originally this was dinun. Okay. So when you read these together, it will be read ad-dinu. Okay. When you put an al, then one dhamma goes away. So it becomes al-dinu, but sound of dal kills the sound of lam. So it becomes ad-dinu. Yeah, put with a shadda. So it becomes ad-dinu. The way of life.
Why you had two raw there? You had two raw.
Dal.
Okay, then. Oh,
Because this
dal.
sound of this is a shamsi letter.
okay.
So it will change the sound of this lam into another dal.
Okay.
So there will be two dals. So we'll put a shadda for that. So ad-dinu means the way of life. Okay. Now, so deen or ad-dinu, but as I mentioned that if there is a verb and a noun comes after that, then dino will change to dina. Okay. So the word become ad-dina, meaning doesn't change. It will be the way of life. Now, what is he saying? Which way of life? My way of life. The way I am doing, I am submitting myself, I am obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala completely. Allah has chosen the same thing for you. Okay? So you have to submit yourself on my way. Because I have spoken to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I have agreed that if He told me to submit, I said I will submit. So this is my way. Allah has chosen you for the same deen, same way of life. Okay? So which is, again notice that the word aslama and aslamto, these are all the same words that the word Islam came from. The word Islam means submission. Okay? So that's the reason Islam is called Deen Ibrahimi. Deen means way of Ibrahim, the way Ibrahim ﷺ practiced or submitted. That is the way Prophet ﷺ followed. Okay? So that is the Deen Ibrahimi that is being followed. Okay? So he says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen you for that. Then he further says couple other things to them. Okay. So next word is fa and la. Fa means so and la means not. Okay. So the three letters mim, waw and ta means to die. Okay. Now, it's in a very simple way, there is a word la taf'alu. La taf'alu means don't do. If you have these three letters, fa, and lam, which means to do, and if you put a la before that, and you put a ta in the beginning, and like this. Fa and lam. La taf'alu, which is written there. La taf'alu means you are saying do not do. If you want to tell someone don't do something, you said la taf'alu. You take some people, okay, and that's the rule of the grammar that you take the three letters and you put la before that, ta and waw and alif. La taf'alu. Do not do. Okay? Here, if I do it this way, la tamutu. La tamutu, do not die. La tamutu, do not die. Okay, so this is the meaning. La tamutu, I just apply exactly the grammar of la tafalu on these three letters. La tamutu, do not die. Okay. Now, there is a noon with a shadda. This word is called noon-e-taqeed. Noon-e-taqeed. Taqeed means to emphasize something. So when this noon with a shadda is put after the word, it means you are making sure that you are telling the person he must do it. Okay? So here, if you put noon with a shadda like that, okay, what happens is that these two words are not spoken and it becomes la tamutunna, which means you must not die. Do not die, but with the taqeed, you are saying you must not die.
So just the noon with the shadda.
It's called la noon-e-taqeed.
Wow.
Okay? Noon-e-taqeed. Okay? Taqeed means must. Okay? So this word here, Fala tamutunna, you must not die. So he's telling his children, you must not die. Means, make sure that you are in some, actually it will become very, very clear after these two words, but right now just know the meaning, you must not die. So, you must not die. Illa. Illa means except. Illa means except. Okay. Va means and. Antum means you are. Okay. Now, again going back to that, Aslama. Aslama means to submit. And Muslim is a person who has submitted. Muslimun, he who submits. When we put a meme in the beginning, it becomes a person. Musleh is a person. Mufsid is a person. Okay? So when you put a meme in the beginning, it becomes the person. And person is the one who is submit. Okay? Muslimun. Its plural is Muslimun. Muslimuna. Okay? So the plural of Muslimun is Muslimuna. Okay? Muslimuna means those who submit. So Muslimuna means those, plural, who submit. Okay. Except you are. So what is he saying? Don't die until you have submitted. Okay? You must not die until you are Muslimun. You have fully submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Which means, what is he saying? That you must submit immediately because you don't know when the death will come. Okay? You should remain submissive to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time. Okay? Because you don't know when the death will come. Okay? So he is emphasizing by using tamutunna, you must not die, which means you don't know when you are going to die, so you have to submit now. And remain submissive all the time to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, surrendering to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time. So whenever death comes, you must be in the state of submission. Okay? So that is what he is emphasizing to his children and the pupil after that.
This ayah is so important that it is recited by every khatib every Friday, all the time, most of the time.
Most of the time, khatibs emphasize on this. فَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. Make sure you do not die, but in the state of submission. Okay, which means you cannot say, okay, maybe I'm going to die 6 months from now, so maybe 2 months later I will submit myself. There's no choice for that. Okay? Because the death time is not known, so you must be submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the time. Okay? So Any question, will inshallah stop here. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from us.